All right, singing games. I gotta be honest, when I first saw this one, I thought, really? Are we about to do a kids show now? But then I started digging in, and whoa, this is so much cooler than I expected.
Yeah, it's easy to dismiss them as just kid stuff, right?
Absolutely.
But there's this whole hidden depth to singing games, like globally and historically. It's wild.
So for this deep dive, we're working with, honestly, kind of a limited source, just this little phrase, singing games. But even with that, we can uncover a lot. So let's lay some groundwork. What are we even talking about here? What exactly are singing games?
So at their core, they're exactly what they sound like, songs with actions, right? But they're also this universal form of expression. You find them throughout history, across the world. They transmit culture, teach social skills, even reflect a society's values.
Okay, so we're not just talking about like the wheels on the bus here.
No, we're going way beyond that. Although even something like the wheels on the bus, it's simple, but it gets kids interacting, mimicking actions.
That's true, actually.
Right, it's their first little foray into those kinds of social dynamics. Or think Ring Around the Rosie. Basic rhyme, basic movements, but it potentially has roots in ancient plague traditions.
Whoa. See, this is what I mean. That's not where I expected this to go. You mentioned global, too. What kind of singing games are we talking about here?
Oh man, so many. You have everything from like elaborate courtship rituals built into these games.
No kidding.
Yeah. In some African cultures, there's this game where young girls, they clap and stomp with these intricate rhythms, showing off their coordination.
Oh, wow.
It's like this display of skill and potential
Yeah.
tied to traditional roles.
That's amazing.
And then you have harvest celebrations, whole communities moving and singing together, passing down agricultural knowledge through generations.
It's incredible how something so seemingly simple can carry so much, like, cultural weight.
Right, it's like this hidden language, And the diversity is wild too. Some are super high energy, fast rhythms, lots of movement. Then you've got others that are slow, almost like interactive lullabies.
Wow. So we've talked about all these different singing games around the world, but what's the so what? Why should we care? What can we actually learn from studying these things?
Well, they give us this incredible window into history, child development, social customs, you name it. Take, for example, the way these games help kids develop language. They're hearing rhymes, they're singing along, they're learning new vocabulary without even realizing it.
Right. It's all just fun and games to them.
Exactly. And beyond language, there's coordination, cooperation, understanding rules and consequences,
Yeah.
like duck, duck, goose. You're learning about taking turns, dealing with disappointment if you don't get picked. It's all there.
That's so true. It makes you think about the singing games we remember from childhood.
Absolutely.
What did those say about the culture we grew up in?
Exactly. What values were subtly being instilled in us?
Okay, so big question now. In this world of like iPads and video games, are singing games dying out?
It's a good question. Are they adapting, or are we losing a part of our cultural heritage? Something to think about, right?
It really is. Who knew singing games could be so profound?
Yeah.
This has been an incredible deep dive.